Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, quick. Thank you very much. There are a lot of measures that we're proposing to do with extra sanctions on the Syrian regime and their supporters, measures to bring those responsible for war crimes before the International Criminal Court. These things will eventually come to bite the perpetrators of these crimes, and they should think about it now.
And let me make it clear, we are considering additional sanctions, and we are also, let me make it clear, President Obama has not taken any option off the table at this point in time. So we'll see where we are in the next few days in the context of the discussions we're having. And Russia has not even focused most of its efforts on al-Nusra, which is al-Qaeda. 80 to 85% of their bombing has been done against the opposition, the moderate opposition, not the extreme, but the moderate opposition in Syria. And they do that in order to support Assad under the guise of fighting terror. But they would be hard-pressed to show the number of times they have actually gone after Daesh or ISIL, and hard-pressed even when the facts are laid out to show how they have in fact bombed Nusra as opposed to the legitimate opposition. So no one is fooled by this. And yesterday in Lausanne, we had a very frank discussion with the Russians and Iranians there about exactly how we could get there. And there is some work to be done over the course of the next couple of days, which might, or one might hope, open the door of possibility to an actual cessation. But it's hard. And it's hard because there are still deep beliefs in a lot of people that Russia is simply pursuing a Grozny solution in Aleppo and is not prepared to truly engage in any way. Well, the Russians should understand, and Assad needs to understand, that that does not end the war. This war cannot end without a political solution. So even if Aleppo were to fall, even if they have utterly destroyed it, which they are doing, that will not change the fundamental equation of this war, because other countries will continue to support opposition, and they will continue to create more terrorists, and Syria will be the victim in the end, as well as the region. Suffice it to say that all of us are more than concerned, deeply, deeply disturbed by, outraged by what is happening in Aleppo, which is, in the year 2016, in the beginning of the 21st century, a horrendous step back in time to a kind of barbarianism, a use of force that is an insult to all of the values that the United Nations and most countries believe should guide our actions. It's a humanitarian disaster that is the largest humanitarian disaster since World War II.